Blessed day, guys, and peace be upon you this morning. So, in this video, we're going to learn how to configure Open Shortest Path First Routing Protocol, or in short, OSPF. So, OSPF is a standard routing protocol. Standard means that it can be used with any product, be it Cisco, Huawei, Juniper, etc., etc. It's unlike EIGRP, that is Cisco proprietary. So today we will learn how to configure OSPF, and I'll open our Google spreadsheet. I'll let you know that today we're in part 3, number 10. Okay, all right. So without any further ado, I'll open our Google notepad, to alert the steps that we're going to follow to achieve the objective. The first step is always to draw the necessary topology, decorate, and comment. So you can see here, this is a topology consisting of 3 routers, and it's 2911 routers. So you can see I have had a comment here. Between the routers, there are networks 10, 10, 10, 30, 30, 30, 20, 20, 20. Okay, between the routers. So, and we have 3 local area network: 10.0, 30.0, and 20.0. Alright, so when you go back to our notepad again, configure IP addresses to the routers and hosts. So we're going to configure IP addresses to the routers interfaces and to the computers. So for example, let's take a case of this one, 10.10.10.0/30, meaning the gig 00 on router 2 should take 10.10.10.1/30, and gig 01 on this router should take 10.10.10.2/30. The same applies here and here. So I'll do that very fast to save time. And remember, this interface here should take IP address in this range, and it will act as the default gateway of this LAN here. So let me go very fast to save time. So we'll go to config 00, turn it on first, and it's 10. Okay, so guys, basically I've done the IP addressing to the routers interfaces. So I'll do on the computers very fast, and you have to make sure that the default gateway of each computer is the IP address of the directly connected routers interface. So do it very fast to save time. Okay, so I've done the IP addressing both on the computers and the routers. So when you go back to step 3, configure OSPF in all the routers to advertise the directly connected networks. The main purpose of a dynamic routing protocol is to advertise the directly connected networks. So for example, this router here, it will advertise 3 networks, the directly connected networks: this network, and this network. Same applies to this and this one. So let me do it very fast. So come to CLI, exit, and how do you configure OSPF? And remember, this is a single area OSPF. Okay, single area OSPF. Okay, all right. So how do we configure OSPF? Very simple. We have to make the router aware that it's using OSPF as the routing protocol, and OSPF normally has a concept of process ID. Okay, it's not a must it be the same in all the routers. Okay, all right. So let's say this has a process of ID of 11, something like that. Okay, then in OSPF we give routers IDs. A process ID first, then we give it ID. ID is used for identification. So let's say just say router ID to be 1.1.1.1. Router ID is similar to IP address, but you have to make it look not like IP address, okay? Because our IP address, you can see 10, 10, 10, 20, 20, 20, and something 30, 30, 30. So make it something like 1.1.1, 1.2.2, 1.3.3, something like that. Okay, all right. So this is router ID of router 2. So it's this router ID that it will use to form the neighbors. Whenever this router, this router will refer to router 2 with its ID. Okay, and now you advertise the directly connected networks. So let's advertise, just say network 192.168.10.0, then the wildcard mask 0.0.0.255. Then there's a concept of area in OSPF. Which area does it belong to? This is a single area OSPF. So the first area is always 0, the backbone area. Make sure that when you are configuring OSPF, you have to have the backbone area as the first one, okay? Area 0. Alright. So then let's advertise this network and this network. So I just say network 10.10.10.0 with the wildcard mask of 0.0.0.3. Then area 0 still. And we hit enter, then we change 2020. And we hit enter, we exit, and we do right. Good. So we go here and advertise the directly connected networks. Router OSPF with the process ID of let's still use 11. Then the router ID must be different, 2.2.2.2. ID must be different. Then we advertise the directly connected networks. So here we advertise 30.30.2020 and 192.168.20. something. So let's start with 192 network to be 192.168.20.0 with the wildcard mask of 0.0.0.255, area 0. This is a single area OSPF. Always make sure you use area 0. Okay. Network. Another network is 20.20.20.0 with the wildcard mask of 0.0.0.3, area 0. And finally, we have 30. Oops, sorry. 30. Oops. 30. It has formed neighbor with 1. You can remember 1 was the first route. Okay. All right. The ID. So I will modify that to be 30. Okay. Exit and do right. So let's go here also to configure OSPF. So I click here, come to CLI, exit, router, OSPF 11, process ID of 11, then router ID to be 3.3.3.3. Okay. So our network, we have to advertise the network. The first network that we're going to advertise there is 192.168.30.0. A wildcard mask of 0.0.0.255, area 0, the backbone. Don't forget. Another network is 30.30.30.30.0, wildcard mask of 0.0.0.3, area 0. Another one is 20. Good. Exit and do right. It will form neighbors with the 2 router. You can see it has formed a neighbor with the 222, which was this router here. So let's wait it to form neighbor with the 111, which was this router here. Oh, I advertised wrong network. This one is not directly connected network, so I will delete it. Remember, I should have advertised 10 instead of 2020. All right. So router SPF 10, router SPF 11, then I delete this network, which was 2020. I just say no to that network. I delete it. Now when I paste it, I modify to 10.10.10 and I hit enter. Now it should form adjacency with the first router, which is 1.1.1. Remember, it has formed adjacency with the second router. So you can see it has indeed formed adjacency with the first router. So let's test communication. When I try to ping from this one to 20.10 or 30.10, so I just go here and try to ping 192.168.20.10. It should ping because we have successfully configured OSPF as the routing protocol. So that's working. Let's try to ping 30.10. Oops, 30.10 is unreachable. 30.10 is unreachable, which I pieced this one. 30.10. Did I really advertise 30.10 here? 30. Oops, did I really advertise 192.168? Oops, you can see I made error here. It should be 30.0. Oops. It should be 30.0. Okay. So when we go back and try to ping again, it's so good that we are learning how to troubleshoot. So let's see, it should ping because we just corrected the error. Always make sure that you advertise the right network. My problem is that I didn't advertise the right network. So thank you so much, guys. I believe you've learned how to configure a single area OSPF. So when we meet next, we're going to do multi-area OSPF, then we finally finish with BGP. Thank you so much, guys. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share with friends, and drop a comment below. Bye, and see you again in the next video.